Hey guys, this is Silverleaf. Well, as many of you are aware of by now, Joe has taken Micro Marching League out of beta. And I thought that I would give you just a brief look at the new features within the designer, because I understand there may be a lot of you out there that can't afford to get it right now. You're going to have to wait, you know, in this economy. Anyway, enough of that. We're going to get right to it. I wanted to show you the very first thing. When you open this up, nothing really has changed from this standpoint, but I'm just going to go ahead and drag and cover all of these. And take a look down here. We have 25 selected. That's a pretty cool feature because now you know exactly how many characters you've selected. How many's on the field? 108 right now. So that's really cool. We're just going to go ahead and do a full show. So, and there now you can even see it even better once you have actually selected what you're going to do. So if I just need to select a line, 5 selected, boom, that quick. Okay, next feature. The menu bar, I really don't see any changes except for something's missing here. You've got flag color, but no guard, no a uniform color. Well, Joe's taking care of that. We'll go ahead and save that show to get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and scroll this down. Scroll down here. And now you can see the new Model Studio. Um, it's a little tricky at first. If you click on these little boxes here, you're going to change that color automatically. So what you need to do is just highlight them. So let's just pretend I want to change the color here. I'm going to just choose the entire upper body and click white. Just that quickly. And then, of course, if I need to go back in, I can go to it. But you've got, do I need to read them? Upper body, jacket 1 and jacket 2. The neat part about the jacket 1 is, we'll go to black, is you get it would be looking at the right side of his body. And then, of course, jacket 2 will go red, is the opposite side. And then the sash itself is independent. So we'll make that blue just so it stands out a little bit. It certainly probably wouldn't put this in a show, but it gives you some idea. The pants still single color, but check it out. Can you go cream color? Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, it's a little Garfieldy. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. That's like Carolina Crown there. That's pretty neat. Um, so we're just going to move on here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back and just hit upper body white. And we're going to leave that blue sash on there for the time being. So the next thing is the hat. The hat proper itself. We'll make it black so you can see what's going on. Then you have three separate details. The hat plume, we'll make that white so it sticks out a little bit. And then hat detail. This is the actual square. I've already just kind of been playing around with this a little bit, so we'll make that dark gray. And then hat detail 2, we'll make that white as well. Or maybe red. I don't know. Just so you can see it a little bit. Excuse me. Gauntlets, you have the same capability here. If you click the gauntlet button, and let's just say choose white, it automatically changes them to white. So you can actually have, it's kind of neat because a couple of cores in the past had different colored gauntlets. So we can make the left gauntlet black and the right gauntlet red. Well, that's not really red, it's hot pink. And then you can even change the gloves. So the next features that you can do here are the drum, and this is really cool. So if I wanted to make the chrome wall from North Star, well, I can just set these colors up. That's the frame, and then we go to the shell. I'm going to go a little bit lighter with, well, that's too light. Oh, that's really cool. That's really, really cool. The color guide, you have 3 options. You have top 1, which will change that to black so you can see it. That's the main, and then the top 2 would be like the sweater that they're wearing underneath. And then just your pants, which will change that to black just for the moment. Again, I'm just playing around here so you can see these. Flags, you have 4 colors right now. You can see them over here. And you, apparently at some future point down the road, we may have flags with like a spectrum on them. But for the time being, it's still really cool because we can have white flags and we can have black flags. And I expect those will be fairly popular. But the other thing I'm really interested in is like these off colors right here at the very top of this line. I mean, it's like a sky blue. I mean, really light blue, which I think would be a really nice change for or a color comparison to say all black uniforms. I mean, that's gonna be really nice. And of course, I have to go back to that cream color because that's that's awesome. And then you even have your darker colors, like a dark green. Ooh. So you have the whole rainbow here. Anyway, once you're done editing, um, save changes. And you see it's sewing uniform. That's a cool little thing that Joe has added in to make it easier for you to see that. And check this out. When we go back up, it automatically has created my uniform. And from what I understand in the forum, Joe had answered a question. Whatever you end, if I end the show with these uniforms the way they are, when I start my next show, that's the way they'll be. So, what is the new features within the designer itself? The big one is scrolling. So I'm going to go ahead and select all these guys and just scroll. I'm scrolling down towards my hand with the wheel, and I'm enlarging and then shrinking. And from what I understand, if we do an arc, let's see here, we'll do it that way. Whoop. And I'm going to re-grab those guys real quick and bring them down here. And from what I understand, we can scroll with the wheel now. Oh, that's awesome. That may become the most popular feature in this thing. But that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and save this real quick. I don't have anything created for you. Oh, yeah, there is one other thing. Free show. From what I understand, you can freeze up to 5 shows, work in progresses. So that's really neat, because now we have the capability, if you're currently designing a show on your own and suddenly somebody in the forum or in the community says, hey, I've got an idea for a competition. Well, now you'll be able to do that, and that'll be really cool. So that pretty much sums it up. God, Joe, this is just an awesome feature. I mean, you have outdone yourself with this. So, oh yeah, and the last thing you can do is click on close to close the Model Studio back up. That's pretty much it. I hope this helps, and I guess maybe it's kind of like a teaser for those of you that don't have it, but it also shows you what you're getting for your money. Is this a good investment? I think it's $60 a year. That's peanuts. How many movies are you going to watch in a year? And the price of movies today to go out to the theater. Anyway, not going to go on about that. Thanks again, guys. Hope you enjoy this, and I hope it helps. Cheers.